Hello everyone, my name is Mike Campos. My speech is about moving on. In many years, I've seen people of every age and background face every manner of heartbreak. And what I've learned is this. When your heart is broken, the same instinct you ordinarily rely on will time and again lead you down the wrong path. You simply cannot trust what your mind is telling you. For example, we know from study of heartbroken people that having a clear understanding of why the relationship ended is really important for our ability to move on. Heartbreak creates such dramatic emotional pain. Our mind tell us the cause must be equality dramatic, and that gut instinct is so powerful. It can make even the most reasonable and measure of us come up with misery and conspiracy theory where none exists. Brain studies have shown that the withdrawal of romantic love actives the same mechanism is our brain that get active when addicts are withdrawing from substances like cocaine and opioids. Some of us was going through withdrawal. And since they could not have the illusion of actual being with their exes, their anxious mind choose the method of ex memories with them. Their instinct told them was trying to solve a mystery, but what they was actually doing was getting their fix. This is what makes heartbreak so difficult to heal. Addicts know they addicted. They know when they shooting up. But heartbroken people do not. But you do now. And if your heart is broken, you cannot ignore that. You cannot have recognized that as a compelling as the urge is with every trip down memory lane, every text you send, every second you spend stalking your ex on social media, you are just feeding your addiction, deepening your emotional pain, and complicating your recovery. Getting over heartbreak is not a journey. It's a fight, and your reason is your strongest weapon. There is no breakup, explanation that's going to feel satisfying. No rationale can take away the pain you feel. Just accept the one you were offered, or make up oneself, and then put the question to rest, because you need that closure to resist the addiction. And you need something else as well. You have to willing to let go, to accept it's over. Your mind will feed your hope and set your back. Hope can incredibly destructive when your heart is broken. Heartbroken is a master manipulator. The ease with which it get your mind to do the absolute opposite of what we need in order to recover and remarkable. One of the most common tendencies we have when our heart is broken is to do idealize the person who broken it. We spend our time remembering their smile, how great they made us feel. The time they hiked up the mountain and made love under the star. All does not make our lives feel more painful. We know that, yet we still allow our mind to cycle through the one greatest hit after another, like we were being held hostage by own passive aggressive music playlist. Heartbreak will make thoughts to pop into your mind. And so to avoid idealizing, you have to balance them out by remembering their own tone, not just their smile, how bad they may feel. To compile an exhaustive list of all the way the person was wrong for you. all the bad qualities, all the pet peeves, and, and then keep it on. And keep it on your phone. And keep it on your phone. And once you have your list, you have to use it. Your mind will trying to tell they were perfect, but they were not. And there was the relationship. You have to remind yourself of that frequently. None of us is immune to heartbreak. Another consequence of heartbreak is that feeling alone in pain can significantly impair our intellectual functioning, especially when performing complex tasks involving logic and reasoning. It temporarily lowers our IQ. Heartbreak shares all the hallmark of traditional loss and grief. Insomnia, 40% of people experience clinically measurable depression. Heartbreak is a complex psychological injury. It impacts us in a multitude of ways. And that is crucial, not just because it explains why heartbreak could be so devastating, but because it tells us how to heal. To fix your broken heart, you have to identify these voids in your life and fill them. I mean, all of them. The voids in your identity, you have to reestablish who you are and what your life is about. The voids in social life, the missing activities, and even the empty space on the wall where pictures used to hang. But none of that will do any good unless you prevent the mistake that can set you back. The unnecessary searches for explanation, idealizing your ex instead of focusing on how were wrong for you, indulging thoughts and behavior that's still giving them a starring role in the next chapter of your life, when they should be an extra. Getting over heartbreak is hard, but if you refuse to be misled by your mind and you take a step to heal, you can significantly minimize your suffering. And it won't just be you who benefits from that. You'll be more present with your friends, engaged with your family. So if you know someone who is heartbroken, have compassion, because social support has been found to important for their recovery. And have patience, because it's going to take them longer to move on than you think it should. And if you're hurting, know this. It's difficult. It's a battle within your own mind, and you have to be diligent to win. But you do have weapons. You can fight and you can heal. Thank you.